Welcome to this live session wherein I, Rimya Rajkumar, one of the language trainers in Envertus Academy, will be giving you insights about the PTE test. Before we get into the live session, let's give it 2-3 minutes for the others to join. So let's begin the live session. PTE test or the Pearson test of English is a fully computer-based English language exam that has been designed to assess your English skill set when you're going to an English-speaking country. It is a fully computer-based English test. The reason why it has been emphasized so much is because unlike other language tests, like let's say if for IELTS or TOEFL, even though that can be conducted or that can be done through computer. The reason is that it has been evaluated fully by the AI. It is a fully AI evaluated test. Another thing is it follows integrated scoring. What does that mean? Means like let's say you have attempted a task in one module in reading, you'll be getting score for writing. Or let's say you did a task in speaking, you might get scores for your writing or listening depending on the task type. The duration of the exam is 2 hours and there is no human intervention at all. That is another speciality of this test. So you don't have to worry about facing the examiner or having any anxiety of how to handle the examiner at all. It's just you and the system. Coming to the modules, we have 4 modules in this test as well: speaking, writing, reading, and listening. Now let's just get into the differences between IELTS and PTE. That is a very common question that almost everyone has in their mind. Whenever you're applying for an university or let's say for work purpose, they have this option to choose what is the difference between IELTS and PTE. They can select any one for most of the countries. The main differences lies in the mode of examination and in the pattern. Like let's say for IELTS, we have here again, we have computer-based test and paper pencil. We can, let's say, the pattern of the test. In IELTS, we have 1 to 3 tasks for each module. Whereas in PT, we have a number of tasks. PT follows integrated scoring, just like I mentioned previously. But in IELTS, we don't have that system, which makes scoring a bit more easier in PT compared to IELTS. Now, another myth or a common thing that everyone asks or says around us, PT is an easy exam. Let me tell you, there is nothing called easy when it comes to language test. Both require extensive skills in English. A reason why PT might be easy is because of its integrated scoring system and you don't have to face the examiner in person. That can be a reason why it is easy, but other than that, it is the same. But overall, if it is to say, we cannot come to a conclusion as to which is easy. Okay, so don't go around asking which is easy. It all depends on your goal. What is your goal? Which country you're going? What is the purpose of the exam? That's how you should approach or take any exam. Okay. Now, understanding the PT. Pearson has developed 2 systems right now. We have 2 modules, that is PT Academic and Core. When it comes to PT Academic, just like we have in IELTS, the reason why we opt for academic PT is if you're looking for higher education abroad or if you're looking for professional registration, you will be required to opt for PT Academic. PT Academic is accepted by over 3,500 universities and for work purposes as well across countries like Australia, Ireland, New Zealand, UK, Canada, and the USA. The focus is on academic English, and again, it is computer-based test. Now, the modules that we have here, we have 3 parts in the PT Academic test. We have speaking and writing, that will be part 1. Part 2 will be reading and part 3 will be listening. Speaking and writing is conducted together. The duration is about 54 to 67 minutes. The reason why we cannot say an exact time is because the number of questions will vary and the seconds or the time you have to answer each question will also depend on how you're answering it. So if you finish a task before time, you can go ahead with the next module. We don't have a restriction like that. Reading is total time 30 minutes. Listening as well, we have the duration of 30 minutes. That is the modules and duration of PTE Academic. Now, we'll go into each modules of the test. The first module is speaking. Speaking, totally we have 5 tasks in this. The first one is read aloud. So what happens in read aloud is you'll be getting a text. Like let's say 50 to 60 words, a small paragraph you can say. You have to just read it. That sounds easy, but the problem that can happen there is your pronunciation should be clear, your fluency should be clear, and the way you speak, the speed, that should also be there. So you'll get 30 to 40 seconds to prepare and 40 seconds to answer. You'll get 5 to 6 questions in that. And the skills assessed here will be reading and speaking. So though you're answering a module for speaking, you'll be assessed or getting scores for your reading module as well. The next task that we have is repeat sentence. As the name of the task is, you'll hear a sentence, you have to repeat it exactly in the same manner. Here again, you'll get scores for listening and speaking. The prompt can be up to 15 seconds, 1.5 minutes, not 1.5 minutes, maybe like 15 to 20 seconds would be the audio prompt maximum. And you have to repeat it. You'll get like 8 to 10 questions for that. Next, we have describe image. For describe image, only speaking will be assessed. You'll be given an image. It can be anything like bar graph, pie chart, line graph, or maybe a random picture. You'll be asked to describe it. You have 25 seconds to prepare and you have to answer it at 40 seconds. That is describe image. The fourth task is read a lecture. Again, as the name suggests, you'll be given a lecture, an audio prompt of 1 to 1.5 minutes. You have to listen to it and retell it in your own way. Here, listening and speaking will be assessed. The last task is answer short question. Here, you will get a question and you have to give one-word answer. These are normally general questions. Like, for example, let's say, what is the first meal of the day? So you'll answer breakfast. Answer will be like that. You'll get maybe 8 to 10 questions here again. And listening and speaking tests modules will be assessed. That is about the speaking module. So once you're done with speaking, you can go ahead with the writing module. For writing, we only have 2 tasks. One is summarize written text. You'll be given maybe 200 to 300 word length of word long paragraph. You have to summarize the whole thing in just one sentence. And for this, reading and writing will be assessed. It is timed. You have a time of 10 minutes to finish it. The second task in writing module is essay. You'll be given a statement. It can be anything, maybe agree, disagree, advantage, disadvantage, or share your opinion. It can be any essay question like that, and you have to answer it, or the word length should be 200 to 300 words. You have 20 minutes to answer it. That is the writing module. So writing is again timed of 30 minutes. So that would get over in exact 30 minutes. Okay. Now part 2 of the test is reading. Reading, we have 5 tasks again. First is multiple choice, choose single answer. So you'll be given maybe 2-3 paragraphs and you have to select one option from there. So here only reading will be assessed. Then we have multiple choice, multiple answers. Again, in the same pattern, you'll be given a paragraph. You have to select more than one option. Third task is reorder paragraph. Reorder paragraph, the sentences would be given in a jumbled manner. You have to arrange it as it is in a paragraph. The fourth task is reading, fill in the blanks. It's similar to how we get questions in our grammar exams before in school time. We'll be given paragraphs, options will be there. We have to select the words that match the sentence. Whichever is apt for that sentence, we have to select. The last is reading and writing fill in the blanks. It's in the same pattern. The difference is for each question, you'll be having 3 to 4 options, and you have to select which is correct grammatically, which suits the sentence grammatically. That should also be checked in here. So, apart from this task, that is only for reading and writing fill in the blanks, reading and writing scores will be there. Rest all the tasks that's been discussed, just reading will be scored. That was about the reading module. The last part to this test is the listening module. Listening, we have a number of tasks to be done. We have almost 7 tasks. The first one is summarize spoken text. Here you'll be given an audio prompt. You have to listen to it and write a summary of 50 to 70 words. This is timed of 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, you have to finish this. Then we have MCQ multiple option. You'll be given an audio. You have to select more than 2 options. We have then MCQ single option. Given an audio, select 1 option. Then we have fill in the blanks. Audio will be played. There will be a paragraph in front of you with blanks. You have to fill in the missing information or missing words. You have to type it. Then next, the task that we have is highlight correct summary. You'll be given an audio again and you have to select the matching summary for that audio. Okay. Then we have select missing word. An audio will be played. In the end of the audio, you'll be hearing a beep sound. You have to fill in the matching ending for that. Options will be there. You have to select it accordingly. Then we have highlight incorrect words. There will be a transcript. Audio will be there. Some words will be not correct. That is, it will be different. Whatever word is different, that you have to highlight. The last task of the listening module is write from dictation. It is somewhat similar to repeat sentence in the speaking module. The difference being here you will hear the sentence and you have to type it. There you were speaking it, here you have to type it. That is the difference here. So in listening module, most of the tasks, that is if it is to say summarize spoken test, you'll get scores for listening and writing. For fill in the blanks again, listening and writing, you'll get scores. Highlight correct summary, listening and reading. For select missing word, it's only listening. For highlight incorrect words, listening and reading. Write from dictation, listening and writing. So as you can see, though you're just answering one task type, you'll get score for another module as well. So let's say if you're not that good in essay writing, for example, if your essay is not that good, it won't affect your writing scores that much because we have something called as priority scoring here. Some tasks have higher priority or the scores of that task is higher. Like let's say if your aim is to get an 80 or 70, you need to focus more on write from dictation because it contributes to like 40% or 50% of your test. It contributes 40 marks to listening and writing. Or even you need to focus mostly on read aloud and repeat sentence part. So there are tasks that gives you more scores. If you focus and you practice like that, you'll be able to achieve your scores. So that is all about the PTE Academic. Let's just take a small break here and we'll continue after this short break. Welcome back. We have previously discussed about PTE Academic. Now let's get into PTE Core. So PTE Core is for work permit and immigration needs. Similar to PT Academic, this also evaluates English needed, but in a professional or workplace context. This is also purely computer based exam. The evaluation is done by AI and it is also approved by IRCC for immigration purposes. Now let's get into the differences between the two. The modules are same. We have speaking, writing, listening and reading for PT core as well. For reading, there are no changes. The task types are the same. For speaking, if you remember, we had a task called retell lecture in academic. Here, that is being replaced with a task called respond to a situation. So, you'll be given a situation here, you have to read it and you have to respond to it. You have to give a response in 40 seconds time. So, that's the new task that we have, or the different task that we have in speaking. When it comes to writing, we have two tasks here. Summarize written text, we have it here as well. But the difference is that we do not have sentence restriction. That is, in academic, we have to summarize the whole text in one sentence. That is in 50 to 70 words or 60 words. But here, we do not have that, and the number of words is 25 to 50. Second task that we have here is to write an email of 100 words in 9 minutes. You have to complete it in 9 minutes. This, if you compare, it is a bit more practical and less academic when we compare it to the essay, or less formal when we compare it to the essay. In listening module, we have summarized spoken text that is more concise. Like in PT Academic, you have to write a summary of 50 to 70 words in 10 minutes. Here, you have to write a summary but of 20 to 30 words in 8 minutes time. And we do not have the task highlight correct summary in listening module. So these are the changes in the task types that we have in PT core. What are the similarities or what are the shared components between the two? Both are computer-based tests. Both are evaluated by AI. The duration of the test is same. Both have integrated scoring system and the same 50 question types. Those all remain the same. That is the similarities. What is the difference? The difference is basically dependent on your goal. Like let's say if the goal of PT Academic is to test your English abilities inside an academic or university setup. That is in the form of lectures or assignments in that manner. Whereas PT Core is designed, or it focuses more on everyday English that you would use if you are going to a workplace, or let's say even to a shop to do a shopping. What kind of conversations you will have, something related to that. It would be in that manner. Coming to speaking and writing module, the duration of PT Core is lesser. It gets over in 15 minutes. Whereas in academic, we have 54 to 67 minutes. Remaining two modules, that is listening and reading, it is same. The timing is same. Now, you might be wondering which one you should select. Is it core or academic? It is similar to how the selection or how you come to a decision for IELTS as well. Just like in IELTS, we have general and academic, it is the same manner. If, like for example, you're moving to Canada and you're looking for migration or work permit, then PT core will be your suitable option. And on the other hand, if you're going for university or for higher studies or even a professional registration, some professions, especially medical professionals in particular, they would require PT Academic. So just be wary of the requirements and go ahead accordingly. Just summarizing the task again. In PT Academic speaking, we have 5 tasks. Read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, retell lecture, answer short question. When it comes to core, we do not have retell lecture, that is being replaced with respond to a situation. And as I've mentioned earlier also, you'll be getting scores for 2 modules for most of the tasks. Like let's say if it is read aloud, you'll be getting score for reading and speaking. For repeat sentence, listening and speaking, So it varies according to the task types. When it comes to writing part, in academic, we have essay and summarized spoken text. In core, we have summarized written text and email. Reading, all the task types remains the same. In listening, we do not have highlight correct summary for core, and summarized spoken text is much more concise. That is the main differences in these two modules, the task types, the differences of these. Right. Now, another common thing is the pass mark, relating to the pass mark. Do we have a pass mark, or what is the required pass mark? We do not normally have pass marks for such language tests. It is solely dependent on your requirement, on the place you're going or the university you're applying to. But still, the optimal score you can say 50 to 63. And if it is to say a score which is good enough, then we can say 65 to 75. Score ranges here from 10 to 90, like we have math score in IELTS. Here we have the score range of 10 to 90, 10 being the least and 90 being the highest. So pass mark we cannot say exactly, but try to score between 65 and above. 65 to 70, that would be a really good score for you. There are some challenges that you will face while attempting PTE test. You might be already knowing it, like you have seen a lot of task types that is there. So one main thing is time management. Unlike the other test, we have only few seconds of preparation and few seconds to answer. So you have to be really quick and spontaneous while answering, and always keep an eye on the timer. And another main issue that, or a challenge that you will face is when you are attempting the test, there is chances of getting confused. You might get confused because we have a lot of task types. So be aware of each task types that is there in each module. In the beginning of your preparation itself, make sure that you are aware, okay, this belongs to speaking module or this comes in the writing module. So have that awareness before you begin your preparation. Otherwise, chances of getting confused is very high. Some general tips to improve or to take note of while practicing for PT or while preparing your PT. One is take note of the timer. Whenever you practice, once you have an idea, make sure that you take note of a timer while answering. Because as mentioned, you only have a few seconds of preparation and a few seconds to execute the answer. So you don't have all the time of the world to sit and read and answer. No, you have to be very quick and spontaneous. And be aware of the task types. We have plenty of task types in each module. So make sure that you know which task belongs to which module. Another thing is, as it is a computer-based test, ensure that your typing speed is good enough, because you have to write this essay. Everything is based on your typing speed. You have to complete it in 10 minutes, in 20 minutes, or a few seconds. So typing speed should be there as well. Templates are being banned from last year onwards, but if you are not able to figure out how to answer certain tasks, you can make use of structure. Like let's say if it is an essay, you might know, like we have a structure for it. We have introduction, paragraph 1, 2, and conclusion. For some tasks like read a lecture or describe image as well, we can follow a structure, but do not go for templates. If you do so, the AI will flag it and human intervention will happen, and then you will not get score. There are ample of templates available in the internet, but please do not follow any of it. Rather go for a structure. And focus on tasks that has more weightage. PT is fully priority based marking. So let's say like some task has higher weightage. Focus on that. Like for example, write from dictation, repeat sentence, read aloud. These are tasks that have higher weightage than compared to MCQ or answer short question. Do not waste time on preparing much on those, but focus on these tasks. So, because these tasks will have higher contribution to your total score. So, just focus on that. So, with this, we have come to the end of this live session. In the coming weeks, I will be discussing each module in detail. If you have any suggestion or queries, please feel free to comment below. Thank you.